Hello and welcome to Warblog. Today I'm going to play the Battle of Tessalit, Mali, fairly quickly. I like it when I understand the opening moves to the extent that I can just blast them out like this, but essentially it's an interesting game, more interesting than I perhaps thought it would be, but mainly because I've just introduced siege rules. So I'm not going to do an attack there, I'm going to do an attack on here. Got a siege situation, so I'm going to try and siege them out of that fort. Well, interesting, and my combat ratios would have been an AR, but instead I've got 0.7, 0.5, 0.6 instead of an attack and retreat roll. So now they've got the option to fight back, but I think because of what happened there, I don't think 1-to-1. I did say I was going to do it. I'm going to try and attack on that base. And exchange. Okay. No, that's not good. See, that's the difference I was sort of making, but I'm not trying to make any points. I'm just trying to play it as fast through as I can. And they're going to sit there and recover. They're going to recover. So, I've got some more units here. Ooh, I don't want to move him because he's depressed. I want to recover them. So they're going to do nothing. So the penalty for having actually tried to attack and just got an exchange was a loss of a few turns, but I can still continue the siege here. .9, 0.6, 1.1. Not easy. Mali's not going to do anything. See, that would have been an attack, that would have been a DR. I mean, still in sort of development mode a little, but there is now the clear advantage to having more than one unit or more than one hex in that surround. It's quite tight, sort of really making any gains with the siege, but I think it's slowly sort of get there. 0.7, 0.8, 1.3. The melee turn. comment too much on it, but I mean, I think it's a fair exchange when you've got a weak surround. You're not doing very well on the surround to actually not doing very well on the attrition, whereas these have got twice as many in the surround, and 0.9, 1.7, 1.8. I mean, I don't say they're doing massively better, but I think they are doing better. And just to reiterate from my earlier ramblings, that's the Marley turn. Marley's not doing anything, they're just trying to hold out for as long as possible. But for my earlier ramblings, the siege is not supposed to be an easy option, and I don't think it's proving to be an easy option here. It's sort of demanding in a play sense. 0.9, 0.6, 1.3. And these ones are almost getting nowhere. You'd really have to sort of go for a long time. Let's not do the pre-count. I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible. See, that would have been a victory. 1.3, 2.3, 2.4. But when they're at 2.3, 2.4, you can sort of say, is there actually, could I actually do the attack now? So I'm ending that turn, going into the Marley turn, who are not going to do anything. It's turn 6. I've only got another sort of 6 turns to get through. 5 turns now before the reinforcements potentially arrive, and I sort of would like to actually get there sooner rather than later. So now we've got another unit here assisting with this siege, so we can possibly speed this one up. One. 1.7, 1.2, .3, 2.1, 2.1. .7. Okay, sort of. Possibly getting that. 1.1, 0.7. It's sort of really hard going when you don't have the full surround. And I am rushing this just because I want to sort of get through to. Well, there's 24 turns in this game. I'm not going to do them all, but 27 turns. .6, 2.5, 2.5. Very slow going. But the thing is, I haven't risked my troops in any attacks. 0.9, 0.9, 1.5. .8, 2.6, 3.1. So that 3.1 is getting there. So I think it's somehow deservedly slow. 1.5, 1.5, 1.1. Okay, so we'll have the reinforcements on the Malian player. I wonder how you say Malian, it's not Malayan, it's Malaysia. 0.9, 1.2, I think I'll go 2. Let's see what the scores on the doors are after all that time with force around. 2.4, 2.3, 3.7. It's sort of getting there. It's edging that way. It's doable, and I think it's doable over the right sort of time scale, because if you look at this game, now let's come on a turn early. So it's now, they were bringing their forces on to break the siege. They are beginning to take the strain there. This one's sort of okay. It's frustrating when the computer gets a bit slow. I actually think it's my computer, not the servo. I've had this problem a few times, so my computer just becomes stupid. I think once I get one of these to 5, I'll try the assault. It's frustrating when it's slow when you're trying to do things efficiently and quickly. It's just going around in circles. I have pressed the button. No, it's okay. Take your time. There's only 2.5 minutes left. There we go. Thank you. 2.5, 2, 4.2. Okay. And down here. Two, 0.8, 1.1. So, however, we've got this, and just engage in a bit of conflict, a bit of combat. 2-to-1, maybe a 3-to-1. Give me a 2-to-1, isn't it? To 4 in exchange. Now, historically, this was around about the 10th of March, 10th of February. 10th of February. These reinforcements try to break into there. I'm going to do another turn of this just because I want to. I think we'll just go a bit faster. And they lost. They didn't state they'd lost, but they did. Okay, let's use some air power. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to definitely try and get this done now. So I attack that with 1.6. 1.6. Oh, that was because we've got an exchange, so maybe I can break through. We're not trying to replicate history. 6-1 odds with the worst die roll on the planet. And a DR, so that wasn't too bad. However, it doesn't give me a free run out of there, but I can certainly give them another bashing. I got a DE with a die roll of 2. That was what happened there. And he basically is an irregular, so he would have had a 75% chance of dying, or of surviving. And I actually got him. So the Mali government are looking a little more victorious against the MNLA. They didn't do that well against them. I mean, they've got 1 depression. So is it time to think about breaking out? No, not yet, because I want to play this sort of a little more in character. The MNLA. So, well, he's going to try and attack again. It's going to be a 1-to-1 if anything. 1-to-1 in exchange. Puts him to 2 depressions and him to 2 depressions. Again, with the siege. That would have been a 1.6.9.9. That would have been a defender retreat there. I'm not doing things that way. Hurry up. .4, 2.2, 4.6. Okay. Well, Mali government now. Now I've actually got a helicopter here. Actually, what I should have done with them was to push them somewhere out here. Because now sort of get away. Well, they're not right. Okay. Well, historically, I can't remember what it was. I don't have the things immediately in front of me. Have a quick look. It's about, what's it, turn 13, so it's about the 12th of February. It wasn't until the 29th of February that the Malian defenders of Emachach military base launched their attempts to break the rebel siege. So we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 or 9 turns until we can, do that historically. But these people are trying to break the siege, so they're doing something ahistoric. So I think I'm going to see how it goes next turn. But in fact, because it's 4 minutes, I'm going to see how this airstrike goes on this unit here. 0.2 damage. Well, I don't think that was significant enough to me to change my defensive posture. So it's the MLLA. Well, he is now going to try and chase this guy. Can he get in the way? He's not got any movement. 2.1, 1.4, 1. Two point eight, 2.5, 4.9. Okay, next turn we'll do it. Well, he's going to he's not recovered. That's the thing, you see. That's how this will sort of work, because he can't engage. In fact, what I need to do, well, we probably need to do, he put himself in the right place. Let me see if I can take this unit. Put 2 damage. He is mechanized against irregulars, so he should have a higher odds. DE, but he retreated. Okay. Gives me a bit more movement left. Okay. Well, historically I'm going to try and break the siege here, which means I'm not going to recover. A 1-to-1 and a DR. He moves to there. That's because he was entrenched. Gets rid of their entrenchments at least. I'm not going to do that. I want to recover them, if possible. Okay. Well, we need this around. Continue to siege, but it's done at 2.9, 2.2. It's gone up, you see, because I didn't recover. I'm actually just going to do the attack here. Oh, look at that, an exchange. That's what you get, a die roll of 12. Now next turn they're going to try and break out, so we're bringing the 29th of February, which would be, I've got the notes here, so that would be about turn 21-22. Slightly forward. We've got a little helicopter here to help out. See what I can do here. 0.7. think one thing that would change things slightly, that was a DE, but he retreated to there. One thing that would change things slightly is if I had artillery in these forts. So if you had fortification and artillery, they'd be able to fire out each turn. Although there's a problem with the artillery wouldn't be able to recover each turn, which would be a bit ironic because they'd probably be the ones best defended. Oh, I don't know how that would work, but anyway. What I'm trying to do here is still don't get my head around whether or not these insurgents are too powerful, but just keep forcing them to retreat, or trying to get that DE. Now there's a defender retreat, so he has literally just retreated. Half a movement left, not enough to really do anything with. I could possibly see the it's not enough, is it really? No, I'm not doing that. That's why we're in a fort, because we can't really attack. But here, I definitely want to try and break out. There's just these irregulars are just so tough. DR. Just forced him back there. Okay. It's interesting. We're truly starting to pound this place. We really need those reinforcements. I think I'm defining a siege as sort of a more offensive siege as opposed to just sitting there doing nothing, but it's still depriving supplies, etc. Okay, not going to do much more after this. Coming up to 15 minutes. That's all these units moved and turn. Okay, what's this guy? 2.9. Let's go for it. Okay, well that's an error because he's not in a fort. I'll have to sort that out. But I'll be back in a bit. Okay, well whilst it's uploading I removed the error that made that appear. Make it look like I was sieging this unit. Got a fair amount there, but obviously the power's coming from here. DE, but he looks like he ran away over there. DE, and he looks like he ran away over there. This could be a 1-to-1. It's not worth it. So that's giving the power. Okay. Okay, which guy is it? Middle of the problem is they've got this unit here, they really need to deal with that. Otherwise, their efforts here are going to be for nothing. Okay, well let's just... Okay, I'll fix that. So, yeah, they're trying to do a siege, aren't they? So let's see if that actually works now. Round and round and round. Or was I just going to do an attack? I think I was just going to do an attack. What was that? Okay. Myself now. Movement 6. Depression 1. Depression 1. Depression 1. Depression 1. I think it's time to push these attacks. 4.1, 3.7, 5.8. Okay, we've got the option for a siege because it is a siege, but I'm not going to do that. And we've got the DR. And 1 went there and 2 went there. So they all pile into the fortress. And why not? Okay. Well, that leaves the Mali player with slightly fewer but more varied options, because now they've at least got these units committed to mobile warfare. Not brilliant, but what's that? 2.2, 2.9. I shouldn't be getting that. What was it again? Okay, well, I've made small changes that mean that I can't besiege this unit. It's a lot of units, but I really want to get as big a chance as I can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe I should leave these ones out of it. 7 to 1 DE. Where did he go? I think he went there. DE, and they both retreated to there. The irony is I will be able to besiege these units out of there. I didn't think of that. DR. Okay, well, he's not in a position to really try and besiege this place anymore. And has he lost some units? I think he has. He really doesn't have much choice but to try. See, I can't besiege this whilst there. Oh! Something I completely forgot about. Completely forgot about. I'm never going to finish this now. I need to put in rules so that if there's a friendly unit in a hex, it doesn't count. So I'm going to have to go back and rewrite everything. Well, we need to add all that in. So well, this should stop him getting into there. Seven to 1 and a DR. That's because he's depression 7.7. DE. Now they should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be about 1 to 1, but they shouldn't get that. They shouldn't be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They shouldn't be 30 odd. They should be about 6 because there's 6 in here. Let's see how this works. No, they got. That was wrong. There's so much I have to figure out. Or was it? No, it was right because their value was 3.9. Because their value was 3.9, they all acted like irregulars, getting a stupendous bonus because they were very weak. Well, that's it. This is going to fall next. In actual fact, I might as well see how far through I can play that. I don't think there's anything they can do to try and ward them off. So I think what we're going to do is what we did historically and run away. Turn 18. It's not too far off, but it's far enough away to... No, I'm not going to get there. That's waiting for the reinforcements. Yeah, come on. It's slow, and I'm pretty sure it's not actually the server. I've done this a few times now, and this is my browser's just doing it slowly. Well, I've got a few minutes. Which brings me on to the idea, the notion that I'm going to have exit hexes. So when you click one of this, there'll be an arrow. And if you're on an exit hex, you can click that and then move your unit onto the arrow. And you can remove it from the board. Which is what these people are doing. I'm sort of okay with the siege process. I think it needs probably a lot more reflection. I definitely want to sort of maybe get some of the attrition factors done. And that's it. So it's a, whoever the other person is, win, the MNLA win, which they won historically. In fact, this went almost exactly as it did historically, only it took 10 days less. In 18 days, it's still quite reasonable. I think you've got to really sort of have a little faith with the siege process, because it's very tempting to just do an assault, because you can almost come back from an assault and do another one, even if you fail the first one, or get an exchange. The margins are still tight, and I think I might tried to start to say earlier, didn't quite finish, is that we still haven't really sort of figured out how it works when you've got really big units, a lot of numbers, like 50 or 60 in a fort, tripled up to 120, 180 or something, and you've got a sort of like a fairly significant force outside, 30, 40 or whatever. I'm not going to get the odds, but is it worth them besieging, and how it will work at that level, because these are all very small numbers. Okay.